Welcome back to Virginia This Morning, live on CBS 6. If you're looking for a new tasty creation to serve this summer, we have one you might enjoy. Some refer to it as pimento cheese's long lost cousin. Take a look.
Well, we all know how big of a fan of quality control I am. Thankfully, I have the finished product already here. We're going to get the backstory and the delicious step-by-step courtesy of Shaynefully Delicious. Shayne Rogers joins us this morning. Shayne, it's great to see you. This looks and smells wonderful. What are we making today?
We are making Liv Wilhelm's cheese slaw. It's an old Roanoke recipe that she was so famous for. She was caterer. She was so famous for that the recipe appeared in her obituary. I haven't seen it for real, but everywhere I research it, that's what it says. It's kind of like pimento cheese's long lost cousin. I was searching for 4th of July recipes. I found this from a cheese shop in Adams, New York, which is where I'm from, or nearby where I'm from. And I just thought it was reading about it, because you always want to make fun desserts for 4th of July. I thought, what fun. So I started looking at it, and it's really simple. Why haven't we been making this forever? It's so good.
Well, I'll be the judge of that right now as you get everything set up. It smells delicious. So cheese slaw. So,
I think it could use some marketing help, right? Anyway, it's Swiss cheese, which we're grating. Right? Mm-hmm. It's like pimento cheese. It's got that same kind of feel to it, that old-timey thing, delicious cheese. I'm going to finish up grating an 8-ounce block of Swiss cheese. That's where it differs. And pop that into my mixing bowl. The other thing I was going to say to you, when you're making these, and I did this morning, freeze the cheese for a little bit. Not too long. You don't want it a solid block. But it'll grate a little easier if it's frozen. So there's the first tip.
Well, whatever it takes, because as pimento cheese's long lost cousin, this is absolutely delightful. So we're starting with that cheese. Now you mentioned,
go ahead.
You mentioned that certain kind of cheese that was from your hometown. If we're not able to find that, do you have a second go-to?
Use a different kind of Swiss or Emmental or there's lots of beautiful ones that are kind of super aged. Don't use something super expensive, because you're going to, as you can tell, you can taste it a little bit, but it's not a super strong Swiss flavor. So we've got 8 ounces of that in here, all shredded up. I'm making a little bit of a mess. And then into my quick chop, I'm going to add, and that's the genius of this Liv Wilhelm knew she used canned banana peppers, 1/4 cup, with a little bit of their juice. Don't forget how good that brine is. And canned jalapeno peppers. No matter what time of year she made it, it would always taste the same. So it was her specific recipe, and I think that's a little bit genius. I'm not going to lie and say I'm not tempted to drive some fresh jalapenos in here, because, it's that season. They're all out and they're beautiful. But I think for her, being a caterer and wanting to present a certain product, then she, it always tasted the same if she used the same, Mount Olive or, the same brand. I've also got 1 bunch of green onions. I used the whites and the greens. I used the whole thing. And I'm going to pop these in here, and I'm going to give it a few chops. And this could take, depending how chunky you want it, it could take 25 or 30 of these. I should have been counting while I was talking. So we're just going to check it in a minute, and probably it'll be okay. Just kind of think about it. If you want little green specks, then you keep going. If you want chunks and that flavor, then you can kind of, stop before it's all the way done.
I would help you count, but I'm on quality control right now.
Totally.
So
You've got a job to do. And we're going to pop this in with our cheese. We're going to get that scooped out.
This is like dinner and a movie right now.
It is, right? And I knew you'd love it. I know how much you love pimento cheese. I know that you've, enjoyed that on many occasions. Your mom makes it with a great recipe with a little cayenne. That's the other thing. I was tempted to put some cayenne in there, and I didn't. I'm going to step out and grab my mayo because it's hot in here.
How convenient to have your studio kitchen right there with the refrigerator in such close placement.
It's the Shaynefully Delicious kitchen, It's teeny, but it's effective. The other interesting part about the recipe is it doesn't say how much mayo to use. It says kind of to taste or enough to hold it together. So I'm going to start with probably, I don't know, let's say half a cup. That's a generous half cup. The other thing we're going to pop in here is some fresh ground pepper, 5 or 6 little twists, and some salt. And we're going to give it a mix. And it's going to feel like it's not really coming together because you've got that cheese in the bottom, but it will. And I know that you probably have thought about this already. Make it a couple of days ahead and let, like yours that you're eating now was made yesterday.
Well, it's perfectly come together. I definitely am already a verified quality control, and we'll keep going on.
Right, don't slow down. Don't make yourself sick. That's never been known to happen.
No, I've never eaten too much pimento cheese and regretted it thoroughly.
Right?
Cheese slaw could be an entirely different story.
Right.
But
So
as this comes together, Shayne, you'll just put that in and let it meld?
Yeah. So I like to put it in a couple of small jars. That way, if you are having a party, you can bring one out, and then when that's kind of gone, you can freshen up your plate with a new jar. Because this will probably fill 3 or 4 of these. And her actual recipe is made with a pound of cheese and double of everything that I did today. So that would be even more. You probably could do some like nice pint jars and put them out, and I love the mason jar. It just, makes it pretty and a little bit rustic.
Well, the presentation is beautiful, and it definitely has been met with success. You've shared this recipe with us. We'll post that on WTVR.com/VTM. Another delightful recipe shared by Shaynefully Delicious. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. Yum, yum, yum. Pimento cheese is long lost cousin. I'm happy to be part of this family. We'll have that direct link on our website later today, WTVR.com/VTM.